My name is Li-Chuan and I'm a sound designer, composer, as well as sonic artist. I think sonic arts is a very curious term. I first encountered it in the 90s when I was in London, living in the UK. And while I was doing a music degree, I was wondering, is there more to music than, say, the notes and, the rhythm and things like that? Of course, there is sound. Surprise, surprise, there's sound in music. And I've always been fascinated by sound first and foremost. And I think it's interesting to look at music in terms of how sound is organized. In terms of sound design for theatre, of course, very often people can either go make field recordings and use it in a production, or they could simply use stock sounds in a sound library and piece together something which is, imaginary, rather than accurately reproducing something which is in nature. But then sound design really is to do with having sounds that could punctuate, that could underscore, a particular scene by creating elements that would allow people to imagine the scene in a much richer way. So as designer, I'm there to serve the purpose of the drama with the actors at the heart of it. Whether, I can tell it's successful or not, that I have captured the imagination of the audience through sound design, it's usually when they don't notice it, rather than when they come and tell me, oh, wow, I really like that explosion. Okay, that's a bit too melodramatic. So it should have added to the drama by complementing it rather than taking away what the actors are supposed to convey through acting. So I've worked in theatre in a very niche kind of area as well, because in Singapore, Chinese Mandarin theatre is a small audience, But then if this is the group of people you're trying to attract to come to the theatre, would you then produce works just for their taste? Or do you challenge them as well? But because of that, you could also easily lose the older audience as well in trying to do things which is slightly more edgy and pushing the envelope, So it cuts both ways. So yes, we are trying to attract the younger audience and trying to grow that, but that's also at the risk of losing or alienating the older audience. So audience development is utterly important. I see that as my role in theatre, dance, music, whatever creative endeavor I'm in as well, because I'm there to facilitate perhaps the experience that people will get from a production.